Good morning. I'm trying not to laugh, but you know I have a great book ready to read to you. This one is so worn and torn that there's a few pages that I'll have to improvise because the page is gone. So anyway, I'm going to share with you some of the books that Miss Corville read a long time ago when I was teaching. One of my favorites are three stories about Morris and Boris. The author's name is B. Wiseman. So sit back, get ready to laugh. It's three different stories, so we'll do the first one. The first one is called The Riddles. And if you know what a riddle is, that's when you tell like a little why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? The Riddles. Now, Morris is one of those special characters that you know Miss Corville would really like if you were in her class. Boris the bear and Morris the moose, and they met each other. "Do you like riddles?" Boris asked. Morris asked, "How do they taste?" I think Morris is like me. He likes to eat. Boris said, "You do not eat riddles." Morris said, "Do you drink them?" Boris said, "You do not eat riddles. You do not drink riddles. You ask them. Listen, I will ask you a riddle." Boris said, "What has 4 feet?" "Me!" yelled Morris. "I did not finish," Boris said. "What has 4 feet and a tail?" "Me!" yelled Morris. "I still did not finish," Boris cried. "Let me finish." Morris put a hoof over his mouth. Boris asked, "What has 4 feet and a tail and flies?" "Me!" yelled Morris. "I have 4 feet and a tail, and the flies come and sit on me all the time." "No, no," Boris growled. "The answer is a horse in an airplane, of course." Here's another riddle. What kind of comb cannot comb hair? Do any of you guys know at home? I bet there's quite a few of you that come up with some good answers. "I know," Morris said. "It's a broken comb." "No, no, no," said Boris. "The answer is a honeycomb." "What's a honeycomb?" Morris asked. "I bet those of you in Miss Votro's class could tell me." Boris said, "It is a bee house. Don't you know anything?" Morris said, "I know about riddles. You don't eat riddles. You don't drink riddles. You ask riddles." Boris said, "And you must answer them. Try to answer this riddle. What kind of bee does not sting?" "I know this one," cried Morris. "A friendly bee." "No, no," Boris yelled. Morris cried, "A sleeping bee?" "No, no, no, no," shouted Boris. "The answer is a beetle." "Oh, you don't know how to answer riddles. I'm not going to ask you anymore." Morris said, You know how to answer riddles. Let me ask you a riddle. Well, go ahead, Boris. Ask me a riddle. Morris asked, what has 4 feet and a tail and flies? What do you think he's going to say? I'm ready for it. Oh, Boris answered, a horse in an airplane. No, no, Morris cried. A mouse in an airplane. Boris yelled, you mean a horse? Morris said, I mean a moose. Excuse me, not a mouse. I want a moose to get an airplane ride. Then Morris said, here's another riddle. What kind of comb cannot comb hair? Boris said, a honeycomb. No, 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 Morris cried. The answer is a bee comb. Boris asked, what is a bee comb? Boris said, a comb a bee uses. It cannot comb hair. A bee has no hair. Now answer this riddle, said Morris. What kind of beetle does not sting? Boris said, you mean what kind of bee does not sting? Boris laughed. I mean, what kind of beetle? All bees sting. Boris shouted, oh, you don't know anything about riddles. I'm going home. A bird asked Morris, what is he so angry for? Riddles, said Morris. He does not like them. The end. This one is called The Tongue Twister. Get ready. The next day, Boris met Morris again. Can you say a tongue twister? Boris said. A tongue twister, said Morris. That is just the name of it, Boris said. What you must say is, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Morris asked, what is a peck? Boris said, a peck is a lot of something. Go on, say it. Morris said, a peck is a lot of something. No, no, say the whole thing. Boris said, the whole thing. No, 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 Boris shouted. Say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Morris asked, what are pickled peppers? Boris said, come with me. These are peppers. Pickled peppers are peppers you put in a pot and pickle. To pickle means to make sour. Now say the tongue twister. Morris said, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers and put them in a pot and pickled them. No, said Boris. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Morris asked, how could Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? Pickled peppers are peppers that you put in a pot and pickle. I know that, Boris shouted, but in a tongue twister, Peter Pepper, Morris said, you mean Peter Piper? Yes, said Morris. Yes, Peter Piper, in the tongue twister. Peter Piper pecked a pick. Morris cried. You mean picked a peck? Yes, yes, Boris roared. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. In the tongue twister, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pots. No. I mean Peter Piper picked a pot of pickled pickers. No, 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 you just got me all mixed up. You will never learn to say a tongue twister. And Boris went away. A bird asked Morris, why was Boris yelling? Morris said, because I could not say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I know some of you love tongue twisters, so maybe you're going to pull some out, look them up, and start practicing them. When I see you again, I want you to give me some. The next part of the book is called The Game. Wonder what kind of game they're going to play. Boris the bear went to get a drink. He met Morris the moose again. Do you know games? Boris asked. Morris asked, what is games? Boris said, games are not a who. Games are something you play. I will show you. I will close my eyes. Boris asked, are you asleep? No, I am not asleep, Boris cried. Now listen, I will close my eyes and count to 10. Boris said, how can you count with your eyes closed? I have to count like this. 1, 2. Looks like he's using his fingers to count. Who cares how you count? Boris yelled. Now listen. I will close my eyes and count to 10. You will hide. Why should I hide? Asked Morris. There's nothing to be afraid of. Boris growled. Listen. You will hide. Morris said, I will hide. Then Boris closed his eyes and counted 1, 2, 3, 4. And Morris was behind a tree. Boris counted to 10 and yelled, here I come, ready or not. Morris yelled, I'm ready. Boris shouted, no, no, no. Now I know where you are. You must not say anything. Just hide and let me find you. Now let's do it again. Boris closed his eyes and counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and Morris ran to hide behind a rock. When Boris counted to 10, he yelled, here I come, ready or not. This time, Morris did not say anything. But Boris found him right away. What is wrong with this picture, people? Boris said, oh, that was too easy. You are no good at hiding. You count and I will hide. Morris counted 1, 2, 3. Boris cried, no, no, you must close your eyes. Morris said, I cannot count that way. I have to count like this. 1, 2. Who cares how you count? Boris yelled. Oh, just close your eyes for a while. Then try to find me. Morris closed his eyes. Boris ran to hide. Then Morris yelled, here I come, ready or not. And he looked for Boris. Morris could not find him. Morris started crying. Boris, I cannot find you. Boris cried, keep looking. Morris shouted, well, there you are, I found you. Boris roared, that's not fair. You do not know how to play this game. Oh, you don't know how to do anything. The bird said, he can do one thing. What's that? Boris asked. The bird said, He can make you angry. Boris started to laugh, and Morris and the bird laughed too. Now, isn't Morris a character? I don't know if any of you guys have ever learned how to play hide and seek, and it's really a fun game. The neighborhood friends, when I was a kid, we would go outside and play because we didn't have phones, we didn't have laptops in those good old days. And when one person was it and would hide their eyes, and the rest of us would go, we would find some very creative. So my friends Jess and Jeffrey and Donna, my sister Teresa, those were the good old days. Hey guys, hide and seek is fun, but please make sure you get found. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.